Hi guys, welcome to video 3. In the previous two videos we talked about trading strategies and what it takes to pick stocks. And I kind of spoke to you in a more of a general sense. I'm going to be moving into a bit more detail now and getting a bit more specific. Understanding all these ideas behind what we're going to do in the end, which is just, taking a very basic strategy and just applying it. But in order to do that effectively, you need to understand a couple of things, and that's what the purpose of these first couple of videos is going to be. This is probably going to be the last video where we just talk in general terms. In this video, and then in the next 2 or 3 videos after that, I'm going to be showing you some strategies, and we're going to go through the whole process of picking a stock, knowing when to buy, when to sell, how long to hold on to it, and that sort of stuff. So just to recap briefly what we talked about in the previous videos, we said that what we want to do is we want to buy low and sell high, and then obviously take the profit. We also said that we only need to be right 50% of the time to be able to make a really good profit. And then we also said that if we do lose, we want to lose small, but when we win, we want to win big. And those are like the 3 main points of the previous video. Now, in this video, I want to talk a little bit more about how we can tell whether a stock is going up or down. Now, this is something I hammered on in the previous video as well, is that it's not a game of guessing or gambling, and it's not this mysterious secret. It's for the most part of it, it's a scientific process, and even though we're not going to be right 100% of the time, we only need to be right 50% of the time, and that's why I'm saying it's kind of scientific. So yeah, just stick with me and let me explain to you why. If you think about a stock, the fact that makes trading possible is the fact that stocks tend to behave in a consistent manner. If you think of a stock as a person, if you want, and say that stock's got a personality, that personality tends to behave in similar ways. And what we are going to try and do is we're going to try and identify the personality of a stock. And if we know its personality, we can tell with a great amount of certainty whether it's going to go up or down. And by looking at what it did in the past, we can get a pretty good idea of what it's going to do in the future. Now, I suppose the best way to explain it is just think of your partner, or think of your kids, or any of your friends, someone that you know really well. You can kind of tell how they're going to behave. You can kind of tell what sort of things they like. Their personality's got some characteristic that gives you a flavor for what this person is like and how they're going to behave. Now, a stock is pretty much like that, and what we're going to do is we're going to exploit these behavioral patterns of a stock, and we call these patterns trends. And by looking at these trends, we get a pretty good idea of whether it's going to go up or down. We get a pretty good indication of how this stock is going to behave. So, if you look at just the snapshot, that first image of a stock, you kind of see, you get a visual image for the personality of the stock. And in the later videos, when we start looking at some charts and looking at the graphs and sort of understanding the personality of each stock, I'm sure this whole concept will become a lot more evident as you start using it. So if we can sort of identify the personality of a stock, then we can make a lot of money, because if you know how a stock's going to behave, you can tell with a great amount of certainty whether it's going to go up or down. So I mean, that was just a brief little video, and it's an important point that I wanted to bring across to let you understand that we're not going to, guess at stocks. We're gonna use a scientific method, and we want to identify what stocks are like, and we want to look at it in a different way. You want to think of each stock as having a personality, and we want to identify what that personality is like. So in the next video we're going to get to a bit more of the nitty-gritty, and we're going to look at day trading strategies, and I'm going to show you some of the systems that I use. They're very basic, they're very simple, and they work. But yeah, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.